Welcome back to Prepping in Progress. I'm Steve,
And I'm Kim.
and today we're going to be talking about something that we haven't talked about in a while. The word of the day.
I like word of the day.
And what is the word of the day?
Logistics.
Logistics.
I like that word.
You like that word?
I do.
Cool. I'm glad you like that word.
Are you going to tell them what logistics mean?
According to our friend at Google, who still owes me a check for utilizing Google and forwarding his emails, logistics, noun, the detailed coordination of a complex operation involving many people, facilities, or supplies.
So, logistics, extremely important in prepping. And so we'll talk more about it after the really cool intro.
We have a cool intro?
We do have a cool intro.
I haven't watched any of our videos in a long time.
Okay, as you can tell, we are traveling. We're heading towards central Arkansas right now to go get some supplies. Offsec, I ain't telling you what we're getting. It's furniture.
A couch.
But we got to talking about the importance of having somebody coordinating a budget, coordinating what preps you will be focusing on at what times. Especially if you have a very tight budget, you're going to need somebody that will be keeping you on task. And what is the word for that person? And we kind of got thinking it's a logistics person. Logistics personnel. It may be more than one person. It may be a part of a team who is going to be in charge of that. Because if everybody's kind of scattered around doing their own thing, it's not going to keep you on budget, for one. And one person's focus may be one thing, and another person's focus may be another thing. And you're maybe missing something in the middle, assuming the other person's taking care of it. Like if Steve really is really big into guns, which he is, and I'm really big into...
I have no nugs whatsoever. I'm sorry, guys. There was a tragic canoeing accident.
And I'm really into the food storage thing. Well, if I'm focused on the food storage and he's focused on the guns, who's focusing on the Band-Aids part, the beans, bullets, and Band-Aids? Well, logistics personnel. Logistics personnel is going to coordinate the group into what their focus is going to be on, say from month to month or even week to week. And that's kind of what we wanted to touch on today, is who is in charge of your logistics? Who is in charge of making sure that you're diversifying your preps, that you're not overspending in your budget, keeping track of what you have gotten, what have you stockpiled, what do you have a lot of, what do you need more of. Who is that person in your group that is doing that? And something that got us really thinking about that was something that's going on up at, and it's still going on, up in Nebraska right now with the flooding. It's more than just Nebraska, but that's everybody's main focus. But in the Midwest, the flooding, you're like, what does that have to do with logistics?
Well, your logistics officer is going to have to be the tea leaf reader, the
team psychic,
the fortune teller. Now, bear with me for a second here. Playing the odds and the statistics. As an example, over 1 million cattle have died up in Nebraska due to the flooding. Okay, what does that have to do with us?
Farmland destroyed.
Farmland destroyed.
Millions of acres.
What does that have to do with us? Well, everything. We stock up beef. We look for good sales on beef. Guys, beef is about to get expensive. But more than that, let's look at corn. Your feed corn that you take the shortcut in getting feed corn for grinding and whatnot.
Prices could be going up right about now.
Fuel. Some unleaded gasoline is mixed with ethanol. Well, what is ethanol? It is corn alcohol made with the excess corn. If there's a shortage on corn, there's going to be a shortage on ethanol for your gasoline.
So it means gas prices are going to be going up.
So your logistics officer needs to be going, okay, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen there? let's go further on and put it all together.
How's this going to affect our preps? Say this month was supposed to be focused on medical, or even because it's springtime, you're going to be focusing on your garden, getting seeds and things like that, because that's what's on sale right now. Seasonal things, and your logistics personnel is focusing on that. Wonderful. It's a great idea to do that seasonally and focus on that around this time of year. But something like this pops up, something like the really bad flooding, and you see the signs.
The writing is on the wall.
That's you're going to have a really bad price increase with whether it's beef, soy, grains, whatever it may be. The prices right now are staying kind of low because of what our surplus we've already gone through. But prices are going to be on the rise, and logistics officer is going to say, okay, how are we doing on beef, soy, corn, grains, anything like that we could be getting from getting affected from the Midwest? Logistics officer is going to have to look at that and determine whether or not you're going to redirect your focus on getting that taken care of just in case there's a price increase. The Band-Aids or the seeds or whatever else your focus is on this week may not be affected one bit by anything. So those prices are going to be pretty much staying the same. But if you know something like this happens, you know that the prices are going to increase, even if there is not a shortage. And hear me out on this. Even if there is not a shortage of beef, if there is not a shortage of grains, if there is a perceived shortage, even if it's only perceived shortage can lead to shortage. It can lead to them jacking up the prices anyways, even if there is not an actual shortage. So with 1 million head of cattle killed, most of them are calves, young cows, and things like that. But there is a perceived shortage in that area, and prices could easily increase because of that. Those are the kinds of things that your logistics personnel is going to have to keep an eye on and determine whether or not you're going to redirect your focus for this month's preps.
And your logistics person might be needing to look at, say, the Montana cattle industry right now and the Texas cattle industry and see just what percentage of the total cattle industry has actually been affected by Nebraska.
Yeah.
Now, another thing, just want to throw out here is it doesn't matter if you are a single guy prepping, you're your own logistics officer, or if you are a member of a full-blown MAG or just a family unit. Everyone's got to have a logistics officer or someone who takes the logistics job.
Just so your group, your family, yourself, you're all on the same page. That's the biggest thing. A logistic officer is going to be, I'm not going to wreck. I swear. He thinks I'm going to wreck. I'm not. Your logistics officer is just going to keep everybody.
The FedEx truck had a gray undercoat on the trailer. A gray undercoat on the FedEx truck's trailer. The white wasn't white. We were so close I could see the scratches.
He's making stuff up now. Anyways, what was I going to say? You got me distracted. You got distracted driving, distracted thinking. It's all his fault now. But keeping you all on the same page. That's what I was saying, right?
Right.
Right. So, logistics officer is going to be keeping the entire family, MAG group, everybody on the same page. And it may be diversifying the fact of, okay, you're in charge of this and you're in charge of that if it's, say, a MAG group. This month we're going to be focused on X, Y, and Z. So-and-so, you're in charge of doing this, other one in charge of doing that. It may be coordinating classes that you're all going to be taking soon. Anything along the lines of trying to coordinate a large group or even just a family unit. You're going to need one person where the buck stops with them. And they're the person that's going to be in charge of making sure that your preps are diversified and your budget is kept. It is extremely important. I hear a lot of problems with people saying, well, we can't afford this or that. Get one person that's really, really good with numbers or just really good at coordinating. put that person in charge of figuring out how much can we afford, even if it's $5 a month. If that person can make $5 a month, okay, we're going to save up for a couple months and then buy this. Or we're going to buy an extra few cans of that. This went on sale, so they're looking at every single sale price that they can find to see what y'all can get for that $5 extra. That person needs to be really treating it as a job, to looking what they can find for the cheapest prices for your groups, but also making sure that you are diversified throughout medical and throughout getting ammunition and getting, more importantly, food, and more food. But that's my 2 cents on logistics. As you can probably tell, I'm pretty much the person that takes charge of logistics, because if it was up to him, we'd have 1 million cases of ammo and absolutely no food. Except for bacon. I forgot that you buy tons of bacon. So
Hey, I have stopped buying bacon.
We have apocalypse bacon.
In bulk.
But because I'm the person that mostly deals with the budget and the money coming in and out of the house, I know what we can and can't afford. I used to coupon, so I know what's a good price for different things.
We're still using stuff she bought with coupons 3 or 4 years ago.
We sure are. I stockpile on that stuff. But whoever has really got a knack for it, put that person in charge. And don't try putting too much on their plate all at once. Help somebody out, figure out. We used to use an envelope system until we got it kind of down to what we wanted to do. And write down on the envelope, mark each envelope with the month. And that's just a little tip. If you want to use it, you can. If you don't, it's no big deal. But we'd mark on that envelope for that month what our focus was going to be. And if you had an idea, say at prepping, you come across a really cool video about something you wanted to try out, you write that idea down and you put it in that envelope. When that month comes around, you open up the envelope, you see what all the ideas and all the things that you want to get in that envelope, and you start working those lists. If you don't get through all of them, it's okay. Get what you can done. Put the excess back in the envelope. Next month comes around, pick up the next envelope with, say, medical on there, and it's got all your ideas for medical stuff in there, and you start working through that. It's an idea of making sure that your preps are nice and diversified. But that's my tip for the day on how we started out diversifying. Now we've got it a little bit better, that we've got it almost week to week on trying to figure out what we're focusing on.
And remember, your prepper word for the day was logistics.
I'm at a stop sign, so I can...
The detailed coordination of a complex operation involving many people, facilities, or supplies.
That's our word of the day.
Later, y'all. Be safe. Enjoy your weekend.
Happy Easter to everybody. This is probably going to be coming up on, it's probably Saturday by now when this is up. So make sure I tell everybody a happy Easter.